Hey there everybody, Eric from OUTER LIMITLESS coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, I have a pretty serious video here for you. It is serious because it's seriously awesome. I am hiking through this little patch of woods here with the Nitecore TM9K. So the TM9K is a flashlight that I took a look at SHOT Show 2020. So real quick, let's roll in Albert and get a quick look at this TM9K for the first time.
All right, lastly I'm going to show you the new Tiny Monster. This is the newest Tiny Monster. If you were with us last year, you saw the debut of the TM10K. Now we have the TM9K. So the TM9K is going to output 9,000 lumens. Again, uses the Strobe ready second generation tactical tail cap from Nitecore in a more traditionally styled flashlight. You can see the multiple LEDs that this will use. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on to give you a little sample of what it can do. Got 5 outputs and burst mode on that 9,000 lumen output. And the good thing about this particular flashlight is you've got a retail price at 1/3 of what the TM10K came out. So it gives you the same type of performance that the TM10K gave you and a cheaper price tag on that.
So yeah, the TM9K. This thing's pretty serious. Now as I stand here making my way down, you'll see pretty soon where I'm headed. But this flashlight here, real quick, has many different modes. Now at this particular time, I have this on the ultra low mode, which is a 30 lumen output. And as you can see, there's enough light for me to make it to my destination. So my camera's not on the fully manual mode, so it's going to adjust just a little bit. But as I click once on my back tail cap here, there you go. So increasing the lumen output. This here is the low mode. So it goes from ultra low to low. Another click. Here's medium. Another click. Here's high. Now I'm going to try to make my way down to an area where you can really see the true power of this flashlight. Now this is a place where when I was a kid, we used to come and swim in this river over here. I haven't been here in ages, and it just happened to be kind of nearby and thought I'd swing in and check it out. So as I make my way, I'm gonna try to meander right down to the water here. It's always nice having a high quality flashlight, especially while you're doing ridiculous stuff. But here coming up on it, nice view of the shoreline. And as I pop out here, all right. So I'm at the water now. Now again, I'm gonna go through the modes. So there's a couple of switches. First, the main tail cap turns the light on and off. So as it's off, half press, that momentary press. So the main tail cap, very nice for that, with that momentary press. Now once you full click and turn the light on, at this point there's a secondary mode button, and that does the different intensity levels. So your ultra low, low, medium, and high. So as I'm here looking across this river, you'll see the high mode illuminating very nicely on that tree all the way across. I would say that's a solid 60 or 70 feet across, and that tree is probably 50 feet tall. Now as we sit here, you'll see that there is this blue light on the back of the flashlight indicating that it is on and running. So now if I turn the flashlight off, the actual secondary button, if you press, boom, turbo. Look at that, man. That is 9,500 lumens. And you'll see it does not stay on that long. So you really need to monitor the actual use and output with the 9,000 lumens, but it is a real serious burst. So doing it again, here you'll see, getting ready, boom, daylight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. really goes 5 seconds and then it knocks it down to the high mode. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds roughly, and then it dims down to the high mode and off. So that's as I hold down that secondary switch. If you blip it, you'll see here, you can blip it or double press, bam, that is your tactical strobe, and that is seriously disorienting with 9,500 lumens of strobe output. And that's the thing about these flashlights, real good high quality power in a very compact size. I mean, this flashlight is totally pocketable, which I love the idea that you just have this small little powerful flashlight in such a compact, pocketable little size. Absolutely amazing. And I'd even go as far as to say that this particular flashlight is really better self-defense than, say, for example, a knife. I mean, a knife you'd have to get very close to somebody to even be able to defend yourself. But what about with this tactical flashlight? Well, here's my thoughts. So in essence, imagine someone coming at you. You could either burst real quick, give a couple little blasts, or go full tactical mode. And that full tactical mode is definitely gonna be disorienting. So here I am, rolling up on a second location real quick, just to give you a second view of what this can potentially do. Now, coming up on this bridge, what this is gonna allow me to do is illuminate down the river. So now here, getting ready for that turbo, pretty solid blast. And looking here, you really only get that 5 seconds and then the light dimming down. But you can see a real nice blast of light. The camera's really not picking up what my eyes can see. I mean, I can see way further off into the distance. In fact, angling the light just a little bit as I illuminate more of the trees there. The flashlight now heating up just a little bit, but you can see those trees are tall. I mean, I would say at least 80-foot tall trees, and fully illuminating those up from, oh man, I mean, those are probably 150 feet away. So fairly impressive. And as I get down, going downstream, taking a look here, long press on that turbo mode, boom, again, just these trees super tall. So you get those like 5 seconds to play with that super bright 9,500 lumen output and just illuminating down that river. Now the other thing that I like is that this beam is fairly even. If you look at it, it doesn't have too much of a hot spot. I mean, it's actually maybe just a little bit warmer there in the middle, a little bit cooler off to the sides. And as I change the modes here, so you'll see here, very soft, that ultra low, low, decent overall output. You can see getting some decent throw, medium, high, turbo, boom, light that place up. And again, what the camera can't pick up, that ultra low mode, which is what I love about this flashlight, is capable of giving you enough illumination to see when you're walking. Sometimes those really low modes, whether you call it like a moonlight mode or something like that, firefly, something along those lines, sometimes they're just too low. But this 30 lumen low output is absolutely awesome, where it gives you the benefits of being able to really see where you're going, but at the same time, not overly powering. So nice and soft and even, and does a good job, and actually has okay throw. Again, the camera's not gonna pick it up, but I can see a solid 40 feet with this, no problem. So the battery life's gonna be great. It's gonna allow me to make it through my destination. If you needed to use this for like hiking, even in a real sketchy area, this battery life will last you a long time and you have a perfect output. So now back here in the studio setting, taking a look at this Nitecore TM9K. So obviously out in the field, some really great performance, but just getting a look here at the details. So again, this TM9K being a nice pocketable size. I mean, this is not overly large, and for me is something that definitely can work for the EDC situation. Now with this pocket clip, you do have the ability to mount it either way. I personally like to have what I call a bezel down pocket carry. So using it this way, I mean, you could in theory pretty much use this clip either direction, but for me, this clip being a real nice spring clip, doing a real good job holding it in your pocket, I definitely wanted it to be bezeled down. Now looking at the overall construction, very, very nice. Basically a slim profile similar to most 18650 battery flashlights, but then the head beefing out here to these huge, just whopping LEDs, just a nice array here. Very, very capable output, as you could see. Good throw, good even beam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 LEDs on this TM9K. Now there is no real way to take this apart. You can try and work your might off to try to unscrew something. This is basically an integral battery, so no real way to get the battery out from what I can tell. And then getting into the tail cap here, this is that dual tail cap. So first off, your main button here, turning on the light. Here you can see that main button there, and then this here being the mode. So going through, cycling through the different modes, you'll see just changing the intensity. Now this light here on the back that is blinking relatively fast, that's because I need to charge this. At this point I've used it a ton and have not really recharged this at all. I really wanted to use this at full length, get a good run on this battery to see how long it would last. I'll tell you, this has been in my pocket pretty much for about a month. So not that I've been blasting the high mode and turbo all the time, but I definitely have used it quite a bit and really stressed on this flashlight, and it's really performed. So the idea that at this point I need to charge it really for the first time just is a testament to how long this battery actually lasts. Now briefly, I would like to cover the packaging. So as you look here, here is the packaging as I received it, and the first thing that came in the box is this caution saying this gets very, very hot. Well, that is definitely the case. And I have to say that for a flashlight of this given size, it does definitely crank out the heat. Now, I did find that a couple of times I accidentally was leaning on the button. If you look, that momentary press does activate the light. So if you're leaned gently against the button, you can find that without too much difficulty, you accidentally turn on the light. And when you turn on the light, here comes the heat. And with the heat, a little bit of discomfort. So you just need to be careful. So basically, this is so hot. I'm trying to see if it'll light this match. But after you press the button a few times, it really starts to heat up. Now, keep watching. It's getting very hot on my fingers. Ow. I see it's starting to smoke. Ow. It's literally burning my fingers. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Ow. I can't hold my hand there any longer. But obviously, this thing gets ripping hot. Definitely could cook an egg, I can tell you that. But light a match? Hard to say. Now with the potential for that amount of heat, it is my recommendation to habitually lock this light when it's in your pocket, and especially if you're going to put it in a bag. And the way you do that is a little bit cumbersome, but it's not a deal breaker. Basically, you turn on the light, and when it's on, you depress the button, hold down the mode button, let go of the main button, and the light will flash. At that point, it is fully locked out, and then to remove the lockout, triple press the mode button and you're on. Now that is a little bit cumbersome. I will do it one more time, again using the main button to turn the light on, then turning the button off, simultaneously pressing the main power off with the mode button, release the main power button, then releasing the mode. The light will flash once, indicating that it is now in the locked position. Then again, to unlock it, triple press that mode button, 1, 2, 3, and the light is back in operation. So just a little safety feature there. I strongly suggest, based on the amount of heat, keeping this in the locked position when it's in your pocket, or especially in a bag. Now, obviously the heat will be relative to the mode, and the mode does retain if you turn off the light. So here, even if I was to leave the flashlight alone, turning it back on, it does remember the last mode you were in. And that's the case for ultra low, low, medium, and high. So here, for example, let's just say you're using the flashlight in that ultra low mode. Well, if you want a quick burst, that mode button, bam, that is your 9500 lumen output at a simple press. And that is just awesome. Now moving forward, as you press this turbo button here, the mode button, again, full 9500 lumen output. But double press real quick, bam, there's your tactical strobe. And interestingly is, if you stay on the button long enough, it will stay locked in. Press it again and it turns it back off. Now, if you noticed, the momentary press here does the basic flashlight output. So let's just say I depress this into the momentary press. Well, now if I double click that mode button, you will see it programs the light to use the tail switch as your strobe function. And to get out of that, again, just press and push that mode button and you're back. So that function is excellent, where you have that dual function momentary press on your tail switch. So again, pressing that down, double press real quick. Now you've reprogrammed that button to be your strobe. And then again, if you press the button, bam, you can cycle through the different modes, turning it back off, and now it's back out. So if you wanted to program this for a tactical application and you knew you were going into a sketchy situation, literally double press. Now you have that tactical strobe and your full high output. So strobe, blast, that thing is absolutely sweet. But again, continuing through the box here, this is all the little paperwork that comes with it. So little advertisement for the titanium. Here, their warranty card, silica gel. This had a nice protector on the front of the lens, and then inside a nicely padded box. So this did come with just a very nice presentation. And as I remove this here, a little bit of additional packaging. So here, all the details you need inside this pamphlet, and then a nice little belt pouch, so a sheath. Definitely, if you wanted to carry this on your belt, you could. Now, as I mentioned, I have personally been using this in my pocket as an EDC, and it's been great. But having the flexibility is definitely nice. Getting into this, there is also a lanyard and your USB-C power charging cable, which, when you look at the light here, that is another great thing. For me, I've been swapping everything over to USB-C, so now to also have that functionality built into recharging my flashlight, that is definitely a plus. So all in all, I have to say, this TM9K, absolutely amazing. Again, I'd like to say thank you very much to the people at Nitecore who have provided this for review. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.